welcome to yet another episode on the Afrocentrics podcast and this new segment, the Coaching Corner, where I get to feature coaches and, to tell us the area where they are coaching so that, you can know how you can work with them. And today on the show, I have a beautiful, beautiful coach in the house. This one, we call her Mama. She's called Stephaniesharks, okay? Stephanie Ikoro, also known as the Content Surgeon, all right? And today on the show, she's going to be talking about knowledge is the new gold. Have you heard that phrase before? If you have, what comes to mind when you hear the phrase knowledge is gold? Like, what comes to mind? Want to find out why is knowledge gold? If you have an idea, well, let's hear what Coach Steph has to say about this topic. And it's going to be sweet, it's going to be short, it's going to be straight to the point and no fluff at all. All right? So sit back, relax, and I'll be back with Coach Steph on the Coaching Corner on the Afrocentrics podcast. And I am the energetic EJ. See you in a bit. All right, guys. Yes. My guest is here. This is the Stephaniesharks, the content surgeon, all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. Hi, Mama. How are you doing today?
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Ejiro. Thank you so much, the energetic EJ. I am good and well.
Awesome stuff. Good to have you here. So, I've said in the bit of intro I did that say this is going to be sweet, short, and straight to the point. And you talked about knowledge being the new gold. So, first of all, I'm just going to go leave this page right now, leave the screen right now, so that you can tell us, why you make this bold claim that knowledge is the new gold. I guess some people might have heard it before. I don't know what pops up in their minds, but we want to hear what you have to say about that phrase, that knowledge is the new gold. But before we go into that discussion, we're going to put your bio and everything in the description of this video, but tell us something sweet about you. What is one thing that you want anybody watching this right now to remember you for?
Okay, so I know that most people, they remember me for the popular mama who always flogs on stage, giving pills for people to swallow, right? And what I do is I help people in the knowledge industry pick their call, whether it's in the speaking, whether it's in you finding your message, your market, and creating digital products in the online space. So that is exactly what I'm known for in the online space. When you talk of content surgeon, that's me. Yeah.
Awesome. So guys, you heard it. If you remember anything about Coach Steph today, just remember that she's a content surgeon. So she helps you pick your call and gain authority in your niche. So please, Coach Steph, tell us, when you say knowledge is the new gold, what exactly are you talking about?
Okay, so knowledge is the new gold. Whenever I say that, people look at me and ask, okay, so what do you mean by that? Because I have found it as people have picked it as gold. And I have seen so many people in short terms or in short months or few months or years pick their knowledge, and from there they have discovered that it is a gold mine. What am I saying? What you have, that talent, that gift which God has given you, that thing which you take careless. Some people say, oh, is it that? It's just people take it common, but that thing you call common is gold. That thing you call common can be turned to gold. That thing you call common is a breakthrough for you and possibly your family. It's just that you don't know how. People there don't know how. So if you're listening to me right now, knowledge is the new gold. Forbes, of course, that was 2 years ago in 2020 or 2021. Yeah. This recorded that in 2025, that the knowledge industry is going to be worth $3.25 billion. $3.25 billion. Each time I hear that, it sends chills to my body. Why? Because what I think of is, how do I gain the market share in this $3.25 billion industry? How do I gain my own market? Because whether you like it or not, everyone is called to serve. It all takes, for you to discover what you are called to serve, right? So if you know how, or the people you are called to serve, all you do is gotta do equation and say, how do I cut into this market share? Because you listening to me right now, doing this very podcast, you are cutting into the market share because you are using what you have, to serve people out there. I as well, we are all serving people in exchange of them giving value out there and being paid for our brilliance. What an awesome time in the world for anybody to, you say you neglect what you have. You can't, in this 21st century, neglect that gift, that talent which God has blessed you with. So every other thing that you have can be turned to gold. How? It all starts with clarity. Clarity, because before you think of helping someone, you got to help yourself first. You need to have clarity to know where you're taking someone to. It's all about helping people. Just take it that you are a helper. You are called to serve. That is the beginning of your journey. You need to have it in your thoughts, convince yourself, have that mindset rewiring. Change your beliefs to believe that, look, you are called to serve a certain people, not everybody. All you got to do is discover the people who you are called to serve. It might be your experiences. It might be your mess. Your mess can be a message. I have seen so many people who use their mess, the things they have gone through, the mistakes they have made in life. They have shared it as a story, and their story is what is paying them up till today. So it could be your skills. It could be your expertise, that thing you know how very well to do, but others don't know how to do it. So why don't you package it in a product, package it in such a way that it will be sellable, in such a way that people can exchange premium to learn from you, right? So it's all about knowing what to do first. First, you got to have clarity. You have got to have a plan. You need to have a map of where you are going. You need to remove what I call cancers of the mind, because most people that dive into entrepreneurship, most people that dive into businesses, most people that dive into the knowledge industry, they have no clear road, no clear roadmap. They just dive in because they had others are succeeding and they want to dive in. So you need to remove, everything that has to do with comparing, everything that has to do with, comparing people, or, oh, this person is doing this. Oh, will it work for me? Things like that. You have to convince yourself. That conviction, have that conviction that you can do it. If Ejiro can do it, yes, I can do it. If Oge can do it, yes, I can do it. If any other person out there can do it, yes, you can do it. If you have that clarity, the next thing is to know your customer biodata. Who do you want to serve? Which market do you want to serve with your knowledge? Maybe you know how to snap. Maybe when you snap casually, people tell you, oh, wow, this picture you put out here is so beautiful. How did you do it? People keep on asking you how you did it. And you feel this common. It's not just to take a phone, just snap. Meanwhile, there are some people who don't know how to hold a phone in a direction that will reflect on their face or twist their neck in such a way that, they become so beautiful, or change a kind of dimension to your phone. And you're calling it casual, but others are getting paid for their brilliance. So you can actually know which people you are called to serve. Are they male? Are they female? Are they business people? Are they Are they women who are fat? There are some people who are called to serve, fat women, so that they can feel comfortable in still in their fat skin, right? Because not everybody have to have the figure eight, right? Okay, so if you are called to serve those people, all you do is try to carry them along, sell the experiences, sell the journey, and not that particular product that you want to push out there or that you have to create. People love to go along with stories. People love to know about your journey. People love to know about why they should leave others. Because whether you think about whether you like it or not, it's not only you that is doing what you think you are doing. There are 1,001 people, there are billions of people doing the same thing. So why should they leave others and come to you? And that brings us to your USP, unique selling point. You need to stand out. You need to be different with whatever you're doing. You can't be doing the same thing others are doing. You can tweak your own a bit, so that you become different and still serve your people. So it is all about you finding what you're called for. Picking your call is the first step, having clarity, and then, what is it called?
Knowing the
Being,
people.
what's it called? Having your USP. What makes you stand out? What makes you stand out? If you know what makes you stand out, that you're not called for everybody, right, then you give them a good experience that makes them not to forget you, that makes them come back again and again and again, things like that. And then comes with your personal brand, because before anybody gives you their 1 naira, before even anybody gives you the attention, do you know that people are paying with attention? Yes, you might do something free and you see people gather. They're already paying you with their attention. So whether they are paying money or attention, something is paid. Nothing is free. Then somebody is paying something, either with attention or money. So before somebody pays attention to you, they are going to look at your brand. What image are you putting out there as a person, as a brand? Because look, don't make no mistake. We see through you, right? We look at what, the kind of brand or the kind of personality before I exchange my money with anyone. When you want to buy, like on Jumia, like on Amazon, people, they check, those that have bought, what they say, refer things, customers, reviews and all that. So is your personal brand. Before anybody gives you 1 naira, they will want to see, oh, what is this lady like? Okay, how can I know and trust this lady? What we call the KLT factor, right? Somebody will know you first. They would like you. So what will you make for people to know you and like you? Is the content you share out there, the things you put out there for us to see. Do not be the Me Too brand, anyhow brand. Those, I refer them to the Me Too brand or anyhow brand, because, they just, anything that goes, they put it out there. But if you're unique in what you dish out there, if you're unique with your content, whether written, whether audio, whether video, in any format, just make sure you are true to yourself. Be authentic. People would love you if you are authentic. And know that your personal brand goes a lot. It goes a long way for people to open their wallet and pay you. They must have trusted, they must have known you, they must have liked you, they must have trusted you to exchange that currency with you. And when that happens, when you have managed to secure the KLT know, like, and trust, boom, there you go. There you go. Currencies start flowing in. Currencies start flowing in. But does it stop there? Oh, no. Sorry, it doesn't stop there. Because it's not even the sale that, that counts, that everything is okay. No. When you make a sale, when you make a transaction, when you have a customer, an already existing customer, and that customer talks bad about your brand, you're finished. That customer talks bad about the experience the person had. So it is your duty as a creator, as a coach, as somebody who wants to be in the knowledge industry, to make sure that your customer gets the best experience ever. To even have the audacity to speak about you everywhere, just like the gospel. They are spreading the gospel without you telling them to do so. They are spreading the gospel without you even, telling them, okay, go and do this for me. It's called brand advocacy, brand ambassadorship, brand advocacy. People carry your matter on their head just because of the thing that they experience with your personal brand. You see why I say personal brand is very important? Personal brand, do not joke with it. This is where, and when that happens, when you have reached the point that somebody, becomes a brand advocate, there you go. This is the beginning of your journey. This is the beginning of your journey, because you got to do what we call rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. So that you make many of that. Make many of those consultations, those transactions, those contacts, those experiences. If you have so many of them, that is building authority in the online space. That is you taking ownership of your niche. That is you taking ownership of what you stand for, right? So I don't know whether you have any questions.
Awesome stuff. This is a masterclass, okay? And that's the whole point, because when you hear coaches, you begin to think to yourself, what do they even do? What are coaches for? Well, you just found out. I believe if you were taking notes right now, you should have taken 1, 2, 3, 4 steps that proves that knowledge is gold. In case you didn't catch it, knowledge is gold. Imagine when you see raw gold, you don't appreciate it until it goes through the process of refinement, and then it gets to that place where it's like, oh, it's shining syndrome. You see that process of refining? That's the process that Coach Steph just shared with you. First of all, you have to even acknowledge that, okay, this is raw gold. It doesn't look attractive now, but we can make it attractive. And that is you. You are the raw gold. Your knowledge, what you know, is the raw gold. Because if you don't even appreciate it, then you can't work on it to fine-tune it to that point where it starts to generate that income for you. So I hope you listened good. If you didn't, now is a good time to pause right now. Go back to the beginning and listen again. This time around, take up your pen and your notes and write down something, because I know something should have dropped for you right there, because this is a class. These things are what coaches are for. They know it. They've done it. They've been there. And especially the last part that she talked about, rinse and repeat. So she's done this for herself. She's done this for other people over and over and over and over again. And that is consistent results, okay? This is why you need to pay her to work with her. Now, Coach Steph, before we just round it up quickly, because we promise it's going to be sweet, short, and straight to the point. How can somebody listening to you right now who is thinking, oh my God, I think I connect with this woman. How can I work with you? What do you offer as a coach?
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so for me right now, anybody who wants to, come in contact with what I do, first I take people through what I call the OYB program, which is the indoctrination. OYB stands for Own Your Brilliance. Own Your Brilliance. I help people in the online space to own their brilliance. Is an 8 weeks program where I walk people holding their hand through that very program to build authority in the online space, being able to have that clarity, find their message, first of all, find their market, and being able to create their first or second digital product in the online space. Now, I don't just leave people like that. Now, there is something I also do, which is carry people along, because by the time you find your message, your market, you have created the digital product, something is missing. In fact, two things are missing, right? Now, the next thing is for you to be able to create contagious. Now, read that line again or listen to it again. Contagious content. I didn't just say content because people put out content there and, it's been ignored. But a contagious content is the one that attracts people's attention to pay attention to you. So I hold people's hand to, through a program I called Content Creation Mastery. That's CCM, right? I hold their hand for 2 weeks, to help them create contagious content that makes people, open their wallet and pay you premium for your products and services. And the next thing, do I leave you there? No, I can bring you into the middle of the sea and allow the waters to eat you. No way. Of course, I will see you through to the end, which is making sure that you speak better, hold your hand through a program called SBA. That is Speak to Build Authority, whereby those who are afraid in this online space of, how do I communicate my message? Is my audience listening? Can I do this? Can I face them? Can I say it? Things like that. With SBA, Speak to Build Authority, all that is a done and dusted thing. That's a program I hold people by the hand.
Wow. Can you see that Mama Oge is loaded? If you know what is good for you and you want to dominate in this online space and in the knowledge area, then please, you want to follow Mama Oge right now. Please, Mama Oge, how can they follow you on social media?
Okay, so you can find me first on Instagram at I am Oge Ikoro. I repeat, at I am Oge Ikoro. And on Twitter, you can find me at Oge Ikoro.
Okay.
So the difference between the two is just I am. On Instagram, I am Oge Ikoro. And on Twitter, Oge Ikoro. And awesome. You can always send me DMs, tell me you are from Afrocentric Podcast. And of course, that is a quick and automatic attention to you.
Boom. Thank you so much. This has been an awesome session. It's a mini master class. Please, if you didn't listen well, go back, listen to it again until I come your way again next week with another coach telling us the area where they coach and how they can impact your life. Because I know that there's this thing, right, that everybody is a coach, but yes, not everyone is a transformational coach, but we know the people who do the transformational work. And those are the people that I want to bring on this platform to tell you how they can help you on your transformational journey. But you need to be open to receive that help. You need to be open and you need to take the first step to connect with them and to see how they can help you. All right. I am the energetic EJ. This is the Coaching Corner on the Afrocentrics podcast. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.